effectively, we supply news and feature stories as well as tip-offs to all the national newspapers, including the News of the World, the Daily Mail, the Sunday Times, the Sunday Telegraph, women's weekly magazines, and also women's glossy magazines. And we also work with programmes like GMTV and This Morning. So I don't know whether you're familiar with Real Life Stories and what that market is, but I'll tell you a bit about it. I mean, effectively, much of the news that we hear every day is a real life story. Something terrible has happened to someone, they've come into the headlines for some reason that they could never have expected, and suddenly they're the story of the day. If you take today's news, for instance, there's a 17-year-old girl who has been discovered murdered by a man she met on the internet. Now at this moment, all the papers, there are a number of key people around that girl, her parents, her best friends, her brothers and sisters. All the papers will be sort of fighting to get the first interview with someone close to this story. And whichever paper were to get it at this precise moment, next week the story won't have the same level of interest, but at this precise moment it's the story of the day, and that's a massive story. So every day there's real life stories happening like that, and people that are caught up in the main news. And there's also real life stories that go on in the world of women's magazines. Magazines probably some of you read, like Look and Grazia magazine, and all the women's weeklies like Woman's Own and Bella magazine. So the large number of real life stories in those are not people that are in the headlines, but they're people who have stories that they want to share, and the stories are interesting and heartwarming or tear-jerking.